Hey, what's up guys? It is Rob and I am the Sci-Fi Horror Guy. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Gonna be another tag video by HorrorFan34, aka Thomas. He created the Action Hero Movie tag. Sounds pretty awesome. He has 11 action stars, and you basically pick your favorite movie that has that action star. So Arnold Schwarzenegger, you pick your favorite Arnold film. Pretty awesome. If you haven't seen my last video, I also did a tag that was created by HorrorFan34 called the Comedian Tag. So definitely check that out if you haven't. And I want to thank Thomas once again for tagging me. When it comes to action films, you know, I really do like the genre. Even though my main focus is horror, sci-fi, action is definitely up there. I'd actually put action ahead of comedy. But yeah, let's get started. There are 11. Number 1 is Arnold Schwarzenegger. He has a great library of films. And one that I'd have to pick, though, to be my favorite would be the Terminator, the very first Terminator. This is kind of like a dark action film, almost like a horror film. He's unstoppable in this movie. He just will not go down. Yeah, awesome. I love it so much. Number 2 is Sylvester Stallone. Of course, I love the Rocky movies, but this is action films. The first Rocky is more like a drama. But, you know, his later sequels turn into pretty much action. I mean, Rocky IV is nothing but montage action, so... But he's got Cliffhanger and Demolition Man and Tango and Cash and stuff like that. But the one that comes to mind for me is Cobra. Again, this is kind of like a slasher film. I mean, you got the Night Slasher. That's his name. The Night Slasher, who basically wears nylon over his face and then stab someone with this really cool looking knife, and that's what he does throughout the movie. And you have Stallone here, you know, going after him and trying to protect what's her name, Bridget Nielsen. So this is a great film. I love it. There's a lot. The third act of this movie, Stallone takes on a whole gang. I mean, he's on the back of the truck shooting his machine gun as they're coming on with motorcycles and stuff. And then he goes into this factory and he takes out all these people. It's like, oh my God, this is awesome. It is just amazing. That is my favorite one. Okay, number 3 is Bruce Willis. That is a no-brainer. For me, that is Die Hard, the very first one. I love this movie. Hans Gruber. What does that you say? Yippee-ki-yay. Motherfucker. Happy trails, Hans. Yeah, this movie's awesome. I mean, come to think about it, Die Hard 3, or Die Hard with a Vengeance, has more action than the first one. I mean, that movie is just... the action doesn't stop, but my favorite is still the first one. Alright, number 4 is Jean-Claude Van Damme. And my favorite, of course, is Bloodsport. I remember watching this when I was younger. The Kumite. He enters and he starts fighting these people. Bolo Young is in this. And I remember him from, you know, Enter the Dragon. He was very young there, but he's just a brute in this movie. But this is definitely my favorite Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Another underrated one that, you know, there's Time Cop and there's Kickboxer. You know, Universal Soldier is another good one. But one that no one really talks about is Sudden Death. This is a damn good action film right here. It's almost like a suspense thriller, but it's a really, really good one. So, if you haven't seen Sudden Death, that's one that I'd recommend you check out. Alright, next is Jason Statham, and I gotta be honest, like, I haven't seen a lot of his films. I mean, most people would say, like, oh, Crank or The Mechanic or something like that. I would have to pick for me personally, The Expendables. I think he had a fantastic part in the first Expendables. I loved him so much. I mean, he was a main character next to Stallone. And I love all the fight scenes he's in. He takes out those group of guys at the basketball court. Next time I'll take all your balls. I'm gonna shoot you in the face. But yeah, the first Expendables, I just love him in that movie. So next is Chuck Norris, and that was a no-brainer. Missing in Action. This is definitely my favorite Chuck Norris film. You know, there are a lot out there, but I think this is the one that appeals to me the most. Next is Steven Seagal, and I had a tough time deciding. But when it comes down to it, I tried to think of the one that I've probably seen the most, and I definitely enjoyed. And that would be the first Under Siege. I really, really like this movie. I think it's definitely one of his best. But then you have, you know, Out for Justice, which I like. You have Above the Law, which I like. You have Marked for Death, which I like. A lot of his older films are really, you know, really good. What happened to you, Steven Seagal? Like, what happened? I really don't know. But yeah, I have to say Under Siege. The next one is Dolph Lundgren. Of course, I have a few here that I'm going to mention, but my favorite Dolph Lundgren movie is hands down Showdown in Little Tokyo with Brandon Lee. Again, another like sidekick kind of film. I really love these two together, but Dolph Lundgren is amazing in this movie. But a couple other ones, you know, Universal Soldier, which could be, you know, a Van Damme film too. But Dolph Lundgren was a great villain in this movie. Also, The Punisher, which is another good one. Very underrated. But yeah, Showdown in Little Tokyo, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Dolph Lundgren has got a huge library of movies he's done. I mean, huge. The guy has just done everything. So it is kind of hard to pick with him. Here's another one that I had a little bit of trouble trying to figure out. But again, I went with the movie that I probably seen the most and enjoy the most, and I would just be like, yes, I definitely watch it. Harrison Ford is number 9, and the one that comes to mind for me is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Not only my favorite Indiana Jones film, but it's also my favorite Harrison Ford film. I love this movie. I just love it. Indy, cover your heart! Cover your heart! Yeah, what more can I say about it? Motorarm tearing out this guy's heart while he's being lowered into lava, and the heart starts to boil and then catches fire. I mean, the movie's, it's just grisly. It's a freaking horror film almost. But then you have, of course, The Fugitive. Definitely an awesome Harrison Ford film. And then Air Force One, which is a damn good one. For sure. And of course the other Indiana Jones films, Raiders, of course, He has a really good library of films as well. So next is Mel Gibson, number 10. And again, he has a lot of good ones, but my favorite is The Patriot. A lot of good war action. What happens to his family and stuff is kind of sad, or especially his little boy. But definitely a damn good movie. Another good one is Payback, which no one really talks about. And then, of course, Braveheart. How can I forget Braveheart? This would probably be on a lot of people's list. And then the Lethal Weapon movies. The Lethal Weapon movies are just all out buddy cop action. So that's kind of a no-brainer when it comes to Mel Gibson. Number 11 is Kurt Russell. And I was going to pick Tango and Cash, but then I thought, no. This movie is like an action thriller and is one of the best. And if you have not seen this movie, you are missing out. Breakdown. I had to do it. I had to pick this movie. This movie's awesome. It's a high-octane thriller. Just action-packed, intense moments. Just crazy stuff that happens in this film. I love it. This movie is amazing. yeah, not much more I can say. Check out Breakdown. It is just awesome. It's my favorite Kurt Russell film. You know, next to like films that aren't really kind of action, like Lawful Entry, which is more of a thriller. You know, he was funny in Captain Ron. He was funny in the movie Overboard. But when it comes to action movies, you know, you have Soldier, you know, which was actually pretty decent. Not much action in Backdraft, really. But, yeah, Breakdown is just an intense movie. So, that's it. He only listed 11 action stars. So, yeah, tell me what you think down below in the comments of some of these movies that I listed. And again, I think I will tag just like a couple people, because again, he tagged the same, like the last video, he tagged the same people that I probably would have tagged. So I'm going to tag again James Bamsey, and I'm going to tag Nate over there at Let's Talk Movies. And to anybody, I'm going to leave this open, you know, again, to anybody who wants to do a response, please participate if you feel like it, whether it's in the comments or making a video. So again, I want to thank Thomas, aka HorrorFan34, for tagging me. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, I always have fun doing these tag videos. It's actually a highlight of my day. It really is. So yeah, let me know what you think. And this is Rob signing off, and I'll see you guys next time.